Good morning, everyone, and welcome again to the FTX. This year marks 10 years for Razorpay. It has been a decade of learning, building, and growing with the incredible startup ecosystem in India. A lot has changed over the last 10 years. I don't know how many of you seen it, but about 10 years back, it was more difficult to get a payment gateway than probably raising your first round of investments. Today, we have 100 unicorns, more than 1.4 lakh registered startups in India. And the startup journey continues to remain as wild as ever. But few things have not changed. What has not changed is what we stand for. No believer walks alone. Okay, there's a film to be played.
It's Friday. You're in office. You realize it's been exactly 5 years since you started your own company. You think of all the events you've attended. You think of your first office. And the people who wondered if you even had one. You think of the times you were the one-man payroll department. You think of your very first customer order, the office furniture you paid for, the salaries you skipped, and all the ice cream after bad meetings. You think of all those pitches you made to investors who promised funding but pulled out, to your parents who were supportive but worried, to friends who stopped responding. You think of that one night when you reached the verge of shutting it all down. You think of how far you've come. For 5 years ago, all this was just a belief.
Those who believe will never walk alone. I've seen this film many times, but every time I see it, it still gives me goosebumps. We know the reality of being a startup. Media headlines will mostly cover only the surface of it. The funding rounds, the milestones, being a unicorn, and so on. But what about a lot that goes below the surface? The sleepless nights, this always second guessing, thinking maybe I have made the worst decision of my life. For the early founders, they spend half of the time convincing their investors that why they are the next big unicorn, and the other half convincing their parents that they still have a day job. While we can't help you on the second part, but definitely on the first part, by being your partners in banking, payments, and growth challenges along the way. Most of us think startups just as an investment milestone. Seed stage, Series A, Series B. That's how we talk about startups, right? Like this is a Series A startup, this is a seed startup. But that's not how we think about startups. We think of startups in 3 different stages of their journey. The first, the ones which are starting to change the world, and we call them dreamers. The second, those who have now started to change the world, and we call them the change makers. And then finally, those who have made it, the icons. Let's talk about the startups who are just about to change the world, starting to change the world, the dreamers. The dreamers wear 15 hats in a day. They run on caffeine, and they solve knee problems every day. Now, we help them on multiple fronts. We work with them on multiple fronts. First, providing them end-to-end money movement platform. When you start a startup, you need payout, payroll, pay-in, corporate cards, vendor payouts, all those solutions, and we provide it at one place. We help them with Razorpay Rize. It's a community of startup founders which helps you navigate through the chaos. You can find mentors, investors, and like-minded startup founders who can help you navigate the journey. We help them with startup banking because we don't want you to explain your bank that why you were not profitable for the last 3 years. Over the last several years, we have helped 10,000 startup founders connect through Razorpay Rize, build strong partnerships, and unlock capital challenges. Because we believe no founder should be building alone. The next stage of the startup, we think, is when you have started making change in the world, the change makers. At this stage, you are scaling fast. Every marketing dollar, every marketing rupee matters. Every customer interaction matters. And here, we work with you, we partner with you, again on several fronts. With Razorpay Magic Checkout, we help you improve your buyer journeys and reduce RTO when there is a COD orders. With our Engage, our breakthrough marketing suite, which helps you get the highest ROI for your marketing spends. And with Razorpay Venture Fund, because great ideas should never be held back because of lack of funding. With this fund that we started about a year back, we back the boldest and the bravest startups, and we aim to invest at least in 10 startups every year. Then comes the last stage of the startup, where they are the icons. They have become the household names. Everybody knows them. They are leading the curve. There we work with them on several things again. With Razorpay's enterprise, banking, and payments, we help them scale with a robust infrastructure that can scale almost unlimited. Loyalty wallets and gift cards, because we want your customers keep coming back. And UPI innovations and API-backed payments, because as an industry leader, you have to be ahead of the curve. Now, this is all about talking startups as different businesses. But startups are not just businesses. They are ideas which challenge the status quo. They are the bold, they're relentless, those who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world, and they actually do. And that's why, for Razorpay, startups are always very close to the heart. Because we were you once, and we still are you. At Razorpay, we don't only build for startups, we build with startups. We build because of startups, and we'll continue to build for the next decade and the future for the startups. Now, before I wrap up, I have a nice surprise for you. And I think it's going to be very interesting. At Razorpay, we have always walked with the bold, those who dare to dream big and then make it happen. And today, we are taking it further. We are giving young startups a platform worthy of your dreams. Say hello to the next big thing. Great. You saw, we converted the Razorpay headquarters in Kormangla to the India's first no-cost digital billboard for the startups. The space dedicated exclusively to the young growing startup because we believe your products need a bigger launch space. Your brand, your journey on display to the world. Today, we go live with advertisements from the first 3 startups. Stan's Bean, disrupting cricket analytics with AI-powered smart bat sensors. That's the first startup we are going live with. The second, the Even, revolutionizing insurance through subscription model for unlimited healthcare. And the third, Rage Coffee. I'm sure a lot of you must have tried it. Reinventing instant coffee with flavored, vitamin-infused brand for the healthier caffeine fix. But this is just a beginning. Please scan the QR on the screen or meet us at the next big thing at the booth outside and get your slots booked. Folks, here is to you, the doers, the dreamers, the next big thing. Thank you.